In this presentation, me, Badr Al-Hani and Sultan Al-Zahrnai are going to present you the project. This project is about socket programming. The basic idea of this project is that we have two sides. One is the client and the other is the server. The client reads from the user two input, the string and a character. After reading the string and the character, the client sends the string and character to the server. The server then reads the string and character and sees how many occurrences of this character in that string and returns that number to the user. The user then reads this response and then prints it to the user. So that's the basic idea. We will see our content. We have introduction, events, implementation, and then a demo. We start with the introduction. We have an introduction about the project. This project aims to create a simple client-server application. We will use Java programming language and a TCP protocol using sockets. We will use sockets to make using TCP easier. The basic idea is I mentioned earlier, the client sends a character and a string to the server. The server reads this character and string from the client and then counts how many times the character appears in the string, and then after counting it, the server sends a response to the client with that number. The client then prints that number to the user. The events in this project are ones for the client and ones for the server. The client events are going to be first prompt the user for the character and the string. We will read the character and the string to look for that character in. After that, we will send these inputs using TCP protocol or a TCP connection, and after that, from step B here, we will go to step A. Listens for the incoming client connections. The server will listen to that input and process it by counting the occurrences of the character. After that, the server will send the result back to the client. After that, the server will keep listening, but we will go back to the client here after receiving the response, which is the number of occurrences of that character. The client displays that number and then gives the user the option to either repeat that process or terminate the session.
Start with the actual implementation and we will show some demos along the way. First of all, we will create a new server on port 5000. At the constructor of that server, we will create a new server socket on that port, and a message will appear in the console saying server started and waiting for a client. Then the sockets here, we will wait for a client to connect. Afterwards, we will display a connect message. Here's the console on the server side. Server started and waiting for a client. Then when a client connects, a client connected message will appear. After we have created the server, now the server starts to listen for client requests. Here, for example, input.readChar, which is reading a character from the user or the client in this case. Input is just an input stream object, which is a stream that moves the data from the client side to the server side and vice versa. In similar fashion, we'll read a string. Then we will pass our character and string through count occurrences method, which is counts the character occurrence in the string. Okay, we will show it in the next slide. After we get the results, we will send it back through an output stream object to the client. In this line, we'll wait for the command from the client side. If the command is yes, then we will continue this process again. If it's no, for example, or 0 or anything else, the connection will get terminated. The count occurrences method is straightforward. We just count the occurrences of the character in the given string and we return the results. In case we get no from the client, we will simply just close the connection, close the resources, and we will just try and catch any error might happen. For example, a null error or something like that. And a small message will appear in the console, which is client disconnected, server shut down. As I said, if the client disconnects, the server disconnects also. Here on the client side, we follow a similar process. We create a client instance on this address on the port 5000, create a new socket on the given parameters. Then we will display a small message connected to server, client connected to server. Then we will just create an input and output stream to send data to the server and get data from the server. Here in this demo, or this snippet, we will just wait for the client or the user to enter a character, enter a string, then we will send the character and the string to the server. We will get the output and we will display the output. And then finally we ask the user of this program to, hey, do you want to use it more or not? If yes, then we will continue this. If not, we will tell the server, hey, the user wants to disconnect from you. Then connection will be disconnected or terminated. In a similar fashion, we will just close any resource to use here to avoid any problems. Okay, let's see our code in action. First of all, the server will start and wait for a client, then client connected and connected to the server on the client side, and then the client will ask the user, hey, what character do you want to count? Hey, what is the string do you want to perform operation on? And we will get the results back from the server. We will ask the user, hey, do you want to repeat again? Yes, in this case, count at and this string, and the results gets back from the server as 2. At the end, the user says, no, I don't want to continue, I don't want to repeat. Thank you message will appear, connection closed, and server shut down. Okay, that basically covers our project. Thank you for listening. This project brought to you by Sultan Al-Zahrnai and Badr Al-Lihyani. Thank you.